Hello and welcome back everyone to the weekend update on the financial markets. My name is Jens and we talk every weekend about the following assets: S&P 500, US oil, gold and Bitcoin. I analyze these assets via price action at the weekly, daily and 4-hour time frame so that you know what to do in the markets the week ahead. Let's start directly with S&P 500 index. Yeah, we start like always at the weekly time frame. Here we can see that we are still in an uptrend, making higher highs at the moment at an all-time high. We have the MACD divergence to price, so that's a bearish sign. We had here also a sign like that, dropping MACD, rising price, and ended into a correction. I don't think that the correction will be as huge as it was back in the days here, but we could argue that we have run pretty high and that a correction is in front of the door. We don't know exactly when. Till we see a break in trend, I will stay long because the trend is your friend. Let's drop to the daily time frame. Here you can see the intact daily white solid uptrend line, making higher highs and higher lows. That's the sign of an uptrend, and we follow that trend until it changes. So you can see here, after we got the new all-time high, I went into a long position. At the moment, $300 in profit. My stop loss is a little bit lower, below price gap and the 10-day moving average. So if we would see price drop below that, I would lose 0.5% of my account balance. And if we reach 6,190 points in the index, my take profit would get triggered and I would get out of the trade with $800 in profit. The 4-hour time frame, you can see it a little bit more in detail. At the moment, I don't want to take my stop loss to my entry level because the price is too near to my entry level. So a small dip would then take me out of my trade. And I think this stop loss level is at the moment protected because I don't want to see prices below this daily white solid uptrend line. If we see a break of that, that could mean that we will see a huge correction that was announced at the weekly time frame. But it can well be that we will see rising prices before that will happen. And let's ride this uptrend as long as it is existing. Yeah, so everything green on S&P 500 so far. And let's switch to US oil. Oil starting at the weekly time frame as well. We got this red monthly solid downtrend line. That one got broken to the upside, supported by the 200 moving average. The moving average supported the price a long time while it was consolidating here, but then price broke below the 200 moving average, and since then it's resistance for price, and we dropped lower from there. Also, you can see here this price triangle where price was moving inside and then broke to the downside, made a retest, and now is dropping lower. On the daily time frame, we can see that I was able to draw here a daily downtrend line. That one got broken to the upside, then was making an ABC correction, and I thought that we would have broken this ABC correction and have seen a second ABC correction at the 4-hour time level. That failed. Let's switch fast to the 4-hour time frame. You can see it in more detail. Here we had the 4-hour downtrend line, the breakout, an ABC formation, and then price went above point B. That was my entry level for a long position with stop loss below point C. It turned nearly immediately after getting into the profit area and then was taking me out on Friday, was taking out my stop loss here. So I lost. Let's have a look at the account history. Yes, 1.2% of my account balance, or $1,200 that was calculated. And this trade went wrong and now I have to adapt. You can see here that I was able to draw a daily triangle here where price is moving inside. The ABC pattern could be changed to something like that. Maybe we'll see here now a bounce and that price is starting to rise again from here. And then I would get again interested in long positions if we break this daily white dotted downtrend line to the upside, make a retest and break the retest to the upside. That could look like the following. And in this area here, I would be interested in taking another long position. Till then, I stay cautious with my long positions in US oil. At the moment, I'm not seeing a short setup. Maybe you could think of if we see then the break below this 4-hour support resistance zone here, or at the moment support zone. If that one breaks to the downside, we make a retest and break the retest to the downside. You could argue that we will see lower prices, probably all the way back down to this weekly support zone. we have to see if that's a tradable event with a good risk-reward ratio, but I will inform you on my next update as usual. Yeah, that's it for US oil. At the moment, no open trade, one lost position, but that's the game with trading. You have to lose small, win big, and if possible, you have to win more often than you lose. Let's switch to gold. Gold also starting at the weekly, where each candle represents 1 week of price action. We had an often tested resistance zone that one got broken to the upside. We went into a correction and a second impulse to the upside, then reversed again, and it seems like we are in a second correction. Maybe it's finished, maybe the last move has just to come. We will see. Let's drop for that to the daily time frame. Here you can see that the daily wide solid uptrend line is broken to the downside. Price moved back up, and now it's undecisive in which direction it should go further. Also, MACD is saying pretty much nothing because it's sideways movement. My theory or my idea was that we will see here a clean A, B, C correction, maybe to the daily support and resistance zone here in this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. That would be great, or all the way back down to this orange solid weekly uptrend line. All two of them would be fine. Maybe we will even meet both of these criteria, or even all three in this case. Yeah, what's the 4-hour time frame saying? Also not really much. Price is chopping around. I think if we see price break above here my stop loss for my trading setup, that could well mean that price decides, okay, this was the low of the movement and now it's time to rise again, and we don't see this clean ABC pattern, corrective pattern. But if we will break this sideways consolidation to the downside, that would mean that the likelihood of a completion of this ABC pattern is higher and more likely, and so I would still enter the trade I was setting up already last weekend. Yeah, so this sideways range and the decision in which way we will break out is in my opinion the likely scenario that we will continue also in this direction for the next week or a couple of weeks. That's it pretty much for gold, so nothing changed in comparison to last weekend. So let's say we finish here with gold and go last but not least to Bitcoin against the US dollar. Bitcoin at the weekly, unbelievable, 100,000 US dollars. Check. First it was rumors on the internet back in the days that Bitcoin will eventually get to $100,000 per coin, and it was sheer unbelievable that happen one day, and now it's reality. Crazy milestone for this cryptocurrency. Everyone that's part of this journey can be proud to profit from this. So let's drop to the daily time frame, because after this sideways consolidation we have seen the breakout, and that's the one we would want to look with a closer eye on. Here you can see again the consolidation zone in this price range. The breakout and the retest was a tradable event, entry above the breakout and stop loss below the retest. Since then I already moved my stop loss to my entry level. I also sold 2/3 of my positions already, so I was taking actively profits from the table. The last third is still running. If we get to our take profit, I would earn 4.2% on my account balance, and at the moment the position is still worth 3.6% of my account balance in relation, or 3,600 US dollars. Yeah, and there we are at the point. My take profit level was so fucking nearly met, but it was maybe 1 cent that was missing to take me out of this trade. Yeah, crazy. But I'm pretty sure that because we have seen this ABC pattern not fulfilled, that's a strong sign in my opinion that we will see also my take profit getting taken out in the near future, so I don't worry really much about it. What would be worrying about my position would be if we see this new created for a support and resistance zone. Here was resistance, here it was support 2 times so far. If we will break below that, make a retest and break the retest to the downside, that would mean that we will probably see prices decline all the way back down to this daily white dotted uptrend line here, and from there find again support and rise again. That don't have to end exactly here. Can also look like something like this here, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so far I stay in this position. I'm confident that we will take this one here out, and yeah, if this one here happens, I have to think about it if I take something more from the table, or even will add on to my position if we see a nice reset. Yeah, but Bitcoin also, like S&P 500, green lights. I think a new all-time high and $100,000 per Bitcoin is no sign to be worried at all, and Bitcoin will go his way. So I'm pretty confident with this position. And you should be too, but make, like always, research by yourself. That's the weekend update for this weekend, guys and girls, and I hope you are again with me if I upload my next video the next weekend. Stay tuned. Bye bye.